It's 2023. I'm a freshman or sophomore in high school, and it's late at night. I'm scrolling on TikTok, playing Fortnite, giving into quick dopamine, and an urge comes up. I feel the urge to goon. So what do? I get my phone, I go to the bathroom, and I start gooning. I look at TikTok. I find one of those like gooner pages. Oh, like look at my don't look at my liked videos. One of those pages. And guess what? I'm gooning, giving into the degeneracy of the world, and one of those TikTok videos, I see someone I recognize. I see a girl I know in person, and I'm just boom hit with his sense of guilt, of shame. I throw my phone down. I'm genuinely what am I doing? And I just feel guilty. I feel shameful. I feel so much disgust in myself because what I realized is that these are real human beings. That this is a real human being who I'm looking at, and it just hit me like a bullet, man. Whoa, like a new perspective of what am I doing? These are real human beings. And at that time I struggled with lust and gooning a lot. And now I don't. Now I've really become almost like a master of my urges. I still struggle with lust here and there, not gooning anymore, but I really have learned how to deal with it. And I want to tell you guys how you can genuinely never goon again. There's 3 things you have to do. The first one is the habit cycle. So what happens is when you're stuck in lust and you're stuck in gooning, it becomes a habit over time. When you've been doing it for months or even years, your brain has made it a habit. So what's going to happen is you get an urge, a routine, and a reward. Maybe the urge is it's late at night, or you feel stressed, or you're bored, or you've been scrolling for a bit, and you get this urge because your brain identifies, okay, the cycle's starting. Then you go down the routine. And when the routine hits, your mind is unconscious, right? You're not even thinking. You can't even do anything about it. Your mind's just, going in this unconscious state. They've done tests on this with rats and mouses and human beings and stuff to where this is the habit cycle. You get the urge, then the routine. The routine, your mind's unconscious. The routine might be, you have this internal fight of, oh, am I going to do it? Or no, I'm not going to do it. Then you go to your bathroom, your bedroom, wherever. That's the routine. Then the reward is you goon. You get that quick reward for 2 minutes. Then you're hit with shame, sadness, guilt, depression, horrible emotions. That is the habit cycle. So you need to firstly break the habit cycle. How do you break the habit cycle? Well, you firstly need to identify the habit cycle. What is giving me the urge? Okay, what is giving you the urge? Use a notebook, or I have an app called Rewired, which has something you can track, or just use a notebook, use a journal, right? And write down. This is going to be your urge tracker. Write down what time when you get an urge. Write down what time you got the urge. Write down what emotion you got the urge. Write down what you were doing before you got the urge. And every time you get an urge, write that down. And what you're going to realize over maybe a week or 2 weeks is there's a pattern. It always happens around the same time. It always happens around the same emotion. It always happens after you're doing a certain thing. Then you need to identify the routine. Okay, what happens once you get the urge? What's the routine you have and the reward? So what you need to do is you need to do whatever you can to remove as many urges as possible. Let's say you only do it at night. It's late at night. Have a night routine. Okay, go to the gym, shower, read, journal, turn off your lights. Don't look at your phone an hour before bed. Go to bed. You have to have routines and systems so that urges are less. However, you're still going to get urges. So once you decide that you're going to try to cut out as many urges as possible, and you have things like if you feel stressed and you do it, find something else when you feel stressed. Do breath. And then what you're going to do is you need to change the routine. So you cut off the urges and you change the routine. Now, how do you change the routine? Well, instead of, you feel an urge, you go down the routine, you're going to feel an urge and you're instantly going to do something, right? You feel an urge, you identify that you're feeling an urge, and instead of going in that unconscious state, you're going to instantly start doing push-ups. You're going to instantly go for a run. You're going to instantly do something just to break that cycle immediately, right? And what that's going to do is it's over time, it's going to rewire your brain. So you're going to get an urge and you're not going to go in that unconscious state. You're going to get an urge and your brain's instantly going to know, okay, I'm going to do push-ups. I'm going to go on a run. I'm going to go in the gym. I'm going to read a book, whatever you decide to, swap the routine for. Because you have to rewire your brain. When your brain is hardwired to do something, that's why it feels, so impossible to quit. Because your brain is hardwired to do it. So you must rewire the brain. So cut out the urges, change the routine, and keep the reward. So what is the reward you feel from gooning? Let's say you're stressed. You do it, boom, the reward is you don't feel stressed. Okay, other than the quick dopamine, you feel calm. What else can you do for that routine that's going to make you feel calm? Oh, well, doing deep breaths. Oh, well, doing some breath work or doing light therapy or doing any of these things. It's going to give you that same reward of feeling calm. So change the routine and make sure the routine gives you the same reward reward. And you do it again and again and again. Your brain rewires. Okay, I have the urge because I'm stressed. I'm going to do the breath work. Okay, then I'm going to feel calm. Exactly. Or it's late at night, right? Okay, I have the urge. I'm going to read a book. I'm going to feel tired. Boom. Like, you have to change the cycle up. That's the only way you're going to break out of the habit cycle. And for 99% of people, including what it was for myself, was the habit cycle. I would feel super stressed. It was late at night. I would have these thoughts. Maybe I was scared to death, or maybe I was thinking these existential thoughts. And I was like, okay, I need to calm myself, because what gooning does and watching corn does is it brings your amygdala, which is the fear part of your brain, and pauses it so you don't feel fear or stress. So I would be stressed, I would do it, and I would feel calm. I got stuck in the cycle. So what did I do? I changed the cycle. I would feel stressed, I would do breath work, and I would feel calm. And over time, it rewired my mind, and I don't have urges anymore. Like, I have some, but it's different. If I have an urge, I'll do the breath work, and I'll feel calm. Then once you do that, you need to love yourself. This is a crucial part, man, because what happens is so many people, they'll fall short, they'll give into lust or whatever it is, and they'll feel guilty, and they'll feel shameful, and they'll feel horrible about themselves. And all that does is make it so you're more likely to do it again. When you hate yourself, obviously you're going to do the bad habit again. But when you're so full of love and you forgive yourself so much to where you do something that you know is wrong for you, and you can say, okay, I'm going to forgive myself, I'm going to still love myself, your brain is so much easier to quit things. You have to realize love is everywhere. You are love. Love is in the trees. Love is in the air. It's everywhere. Every breath you take is the air in your lungs. Like, love, man. So start to love yourself. Don't feel guilty. Don't feel negative. Don't feel all this guilt, man. Understand you're a human being, and you're going to suffer. Another thing you can do is you need to be aware. You need to constantly be in the present moment and relax in that present moment. So if you ever do, you find yourself gooning again, at least be in the present, at least be aware of it so you can relax into it and you cannot do it again. Because what happens for so many people is when they're doing it, they're in this unconscious state. They're not conscious of it. So next time you catch yourself doing it, instantly become conscious of it and relax into it. And what you're going to realize is that it's not even that good. It's not even like fun. It's just like you're there and you're like, oh, now that you're conscious and you look around you and you're like, okay, wait, I'm here with lotion. I'm doing this. Like, it changes the way you view it. But what happens is you're doing it and you're unconscious, and you're in this like dream-like state where it feels like some like fantasy, like it feels amazing. So instantly, once you catch yourself doing it, become conscious, become in the present moment, become aware of the awareness, and love yourself, man. Learn self-love. The best way to learn self-love is, I don't know, one book that'll help you a lot is The 4 Agreements. I just finished reading it. It's a great book. It helped me a lot, but you have to realize that love is everywhere and that you are love. And if you really want to know, here are like the 4 agreements, right? The first one's be impeccable with your word. The second one is don't take anything personally. The third one is never assume anything. And the fourth one is always do your best. If you always do your best, you're always going to love yourself. You're never going to feel guilty. So always do your best. And if you fall, if you mess up, well, guess what? That was in the past. Now you're in the present. Do your best in the present. Living in the present is probably the best way to love yourself, genuinely. Just live in the present moment, man. It'll change your life. Then the third one is finding your purpose. You need to find your purpose. You need to find that thing that gives you a fire inside, that makes you, want to wake up in the morning. You feel this fire, you just feel such a fire inside. It's your purpose. Because when you have this purpose, it helped me a lot. I have this purpose. I want to help young men. I want to be a leader for young men. I want to grow my social media. I want to grow my businesses. I want to travel the world. I want to be this leader for young men. This purpose, it guides me. So when urges come, when temptations comes, I can say no because I have this purpose. And that purpose can be God. Right? You have such a purpose of growing your relationship with God, of being an apprentice to Jesus, to where temptation and all that comes, but you say no because I'm so focused on my purpose, which is God. So find your purpose, man. Start doing things, Every man has his purpose. And the way you find your purpose is experience things, okay? Like, what do you love doing? For me, I loved self-improvement. I just loved it. So I started posting about it, and I said, you know what? I'm done just doing self-improvement. I want to teach people self-improvement. And boom, this purpose exploded in me, man. It's beautiful. So find your purpose. Go out, experience things, find your purpose, figure out what you actually love to do, and that is how you genuinely don't goon again. Quick recap. You break the habit cycle, you love yourself, and you find your purpose. That is genuinely all you need to do to never do it again, man. That is the cheat code. So I hope you guys love this video. Drop, subscribe. I'm trying to get subscribers. It means a lot, and I love you all, man. Thank you.